Yeah, I go to Goa. We go to Goa. Huh? I'm not especially trying to hold you here for 6 weeks. I'm very much wanting that this becomes clear, that it is your own heart is already pure. But I understand and see the mischief of the mind. I see how the belief structures were created, and then to somehow dismantle them, to deconstruct them, you see, it's just something keeps like a reflex. You go back to the identity, you see, and this is well, I don't even want to say it will take time. It can take time. You see.
What you said in your satsang, like that was online a few days ago, about like just being with what takes no time at all.
You saw?
It made a lot of sense to me, and I was in a really great place after that because I didn't need to go anywhere, and I was just like, I was just with what was, and there's no need to do anything. And I felt I don't even need to come and see you.
Yeah.
But
few beings are on getting this point I'm pointing, because in a way it's just like we have absorbed so much misbelief inside. We are so convinced we are the people we think we are. At so many different stages in our life, if somebody interview you, and you could keep all these interviews, one every 6 months, for 30 years, 40 years, and you'll see that each time you get interviewed, you have something different to say about yourself. This is just how I am, you know. You can't change, you know, the spots of a leopard, and that's how, take it or leave it. And, you know, I believe this, I strongly believe this, that we should be doing this. And after that, oh no, we shouldn't be doing that anymore. No, we should be doing this. And it's such a changeful picture. And which of these identities is the real you? Which one? Even yesterday, what time is it now? It says 6:04. It can't be 6:04. My clock is wrong even. So even this you cannot rely on. You see? So even like that, if I say, okay, 6:04 this morning or yesterday evening, what exactly were your thoughts? I can't remember nothing. This morning, you know, at 7:15, what were you experiencing? You can't remember. And you're telling stories, you know, when I was 15. It's very unreliable ground. So when you find the thing that in which all these bubbles are rising, but you see the bubbles and know that they are not the essential seer, then a great space, a great sense of peace pervades your being, because you intuitively know, I'm in the right place in myself now. I said this thing, everyone is asking, oh, how can I do this, how can I do that? Then and this what he's referring to, I said, all that you're asking takes time. What is it in you that does not take time? This was a question, you see. All that you ask, how can I do this? That will take time. If I sit, how long should I sit? That will take time. And I am this type of person, I'm that type of person, and I want to become, that will take time. Everything take time, we want, take time. You see? What is it in you that does not take any time? This is what you say. And something inside you heard that. Huh? What is it takes no time and takes no effort also in itself? Pay attention to that. But something inside is going, nah, can't be that easy, you know. Can't be that easy. Come on. I know myself. What is it that does not take any time? It's not in the region of time. There are no clocks there. There's neither day nor night there. And when I say there, I don't mean there. I mean here.
Yeah, I've had this experience in the past that that just wanting nothing, like just wanting nothing. That was like where I found this like just peace, where it didn't really matter what happened and whatever.
Yes.
But I went away from that, and I had this idea in my mind that I come and see Mooji and this guy, make me enlightened straight away, you know. But it's
wanting nothing.
It's very good what you're saying right now. It's just
wanting nothing. Wanting nothing. If there is somebody wanting nothing, it won't last. This is the trouble. Because a someone is not a consistent entity. It will require, so you have to remember, I want nothing.
No, it was just this experience of just being present and witnessing the thoughts and desires that come, so I could like just let them go as they arose. It was.
What's different with this moment?
I guess there's still things I want. Like there's ideas of future in my mind. It's not completely clean.
Yes. This is understandable. You're honest enough to say that. That the wants, meaning that, you know, if I want to be in the wilderness, I want to go to the desert and so on, but at the same time I want to drive a fast car, or I want to go fishing. I want to go fishing. But we have to cross the Sahara Desert. I really want to cross the Sahara, but I really want to do some fishing. And they say, well, I can't. Well, actually, Everybody's ready, and they're on the camels. Come on then, we're going? You guys go ahead, okay? Why? What happened? We're going? No, I want to do some fishing first. So you cannot go there. And you're right in saying that. I have some desires to still do some things in the world. And I want to say to you, whatever you call the world and the activities in the world are not in conflict with truth. No activity can prevent truth. It's only the belief and the identity, you see, and the desire that keeps that duality in yourself. It's not that, you know, okay, I finished doing with the world and now I'm going to go and be with the self. It's not like that. The self does not mind any activity. All of them, it knows, arises out of itself. But if there is a strong identity, I want, then you will always deny the thing that gets in front of your want. You'll always postpone it. And this postponing is creating a strong duality in you, and if you retain and maintain and sustain this duality, then you are not going to be available for yourself, because it needs nothing. The self desires nothing. The desires can be there, but they'll become very superficial. But when they matter so much, they're so consequential, then you'll not be open to freedom. You can have everything in the world and not be bound by anything. You could be some sadhu or monk in the forest, but be completely attached to your begging bowl.
I completely understand that, yeah.
So in that which you experience, you say, there was no desire, there was no identity there, no desire, and nothing was longing, nothing. You are in your completeness. You're in your completeness, you see. But then something sprouts from inside, and the attention starts to go, and I want to go there. and somehow that brings your energy field again into some place like that.
Yeah, I feel at the moment completely at peace. It's just nice to look at the construction, whatever is here, you know. It's but if I go out again and like I walk on the street or drive down the road and all this stuff starts coming again.
Go and do it now. Go for a walk and come back in 10 minutes. Go for a walk and see if it happens. You stay like the space of the awareness itself. You don't say something should happen or should not happen. Let everything play their own role, but you stay as the awareness. And go walk out there and tell me if anything can take awareness away from you. Or if any desire comes so strong that somehow the awareness is gone. Or that, in fact, of course, if you want to go and play with the desire, it will bring in some disturbance inside you. Any desire that you hold, you know, somehow it divides you and it will bring some agitation in your being. But that's a choice that you must face. The freedom is free, but it's not cheap. Mm-hmm. And at least in satsang, you have a chance to see where you somehow betray your deepest. You know, you say, I want this thing, but something wants this thing as well too. And you put them almost like they're in the same category. But it's only coming out of the illusory I, out of this I, ego, identity. And will keep on sending up new ideas and new desires for you. Because it grows with you. It knows your taste. It's one relationship you have. And it's okay. It is not a moment when none of this will matter for you. Because the things in themselves are not the problem. It's just what they become to mean for you becomes something. Things in themselves are not a problem. It's just what they become to mean for you. You see, you give them such an importance, and of course, then your attention go there. Then the sense of being divided, the agitation, the fear of losing what you have worked hard to get. All these things create a kind of psychic noise inside, and you'll feel agitated, and then you'll feel that you've lost your center. Which is not true, but your belief will make them feel true. You'll believe these things into existence, and they will appear to be true for you.
In this enlightenment, or like just clarity, or like space that you have, how do you perceive it? In the sense that, is it just like the same like, is it just the peace of wanting nothing and just being completely there, or is there like anything else? Are you perceiving anything like special? You know what I mean? Do you see the world in a different way, like in the sense that do you see energy directly somehow?
I don't need to do that. I don't need to see anything metaphysically impressive. Just there is in the state of purity of your pure self, there is just an underlying joy, unbroken, a peace that's unfading, a love that is inexhaustible, a life that is unending.
But that's enough, right? Nothing else needs to happen. In the sense that if you have the joy and the trust, and you just like, you're welcoming everything that comes in, and you're in the moment, not wanting to go anywhere else or needing to make something specific happen.
If these things should come, then they're part of my play. I would enjoy the superficial. They're superficial. I'm not living because of them or through them. While I have a body, I have to pass the time somehow. And you know, somehow I like Last night I was in bed. I went to bed 3 o'clock watching YouTube, some reggae music. I just enjoy it. Does it stop me from it? No, not at all. Not stopping. So everything is natural. I cannot say in this that I don't want to give a funny picture about it either. I'm just trying to take away the kind of fear that people seem to have, like somehow you're going to be just like him. I mean, that I'm a living being. I move about and so on, but I'm not preoccupied with tomorrows and the next moment and what I'm going to do tomorrow. And you see, still people ask me sometimes, so what do you want for breakfast tomorrow? I say, I don't know, nothing at all. Even my family, my daughter, and how do you feel about this afternoon? You want to? I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Maybe I've just become grown a bit like that, and I shouldn't speak about it because there's nothing wrong if you feel, well, okay, at 3 o'clock we do this and that. Maybe that's your way. But the life is still so powerfully rich in all its. I don't have to go looking for anything. It's all brought here in front, if I need it.
Understand, but I was asking, is like not being attached to anything, that's enough, right?
Yes. But this comes naturally. It's not that I am not attached to anything. It's just like that. In a state of contentment, attachments, it's very, I don't want to be speaking so glibly because being around sometimes the Sangha and watching their growing so beautifully in the self, no? A little attachment come. You see? It's like, because it's so enjoyable. But it's a kind of attached but not attached, actually. I don't know what to say about it. You feel a love for things, and yeah, it's like that. But it's not a big deal. It's nothing at all there. If I have to walk away now, then somehow the power makes it. It's perfectly fine. It is as that.
Do you feel there's anything else that you could like point towards, or just if there's any like helping in any direction, if there's any necessary?
I want to take your mind off the track of looking at phenomenality. You understand? Looking at something to do or like this and so on. You may find just being here, whatever there is, if there is something, will just naturally just blow away. You'll come more and more to see from your natural state. And you don't have to make any claim. You don't have to say, okay, now I don't have this anymore, or now I've overcome. No, you're just, something is just quiet. The self is not an exercise for me. It's not a practice. I don't practice to be myself. But somehow, sometimes the mind will come with some things, and it is good that it comes. It brings a little tension, and this tension is important in life. To exercise your powers of discernment, some things you have to turn away. It's not that you experience the awakening of the self, and then you live the rest of your life in a hammock with a lollipop or something. You will somehow still have to discern things, and working in the midst of many people, you'll find that gets exercised very nicely. You don't determine anything at all. And yet the life, as I said before, is quite rich in its beauty. It's not all sweet and beautiful. Some things are ugly also. It's part of the dance. But you will see them in as true a perspective as is possible for you.
I think I got my answer in between the lines. So, brother, teacher, Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for all the teachings.
It's very, very good.
I feel you've said everything already so many times. Like it should be like so super clear. So it's,
it is understood that we learned a lot through repetition, and so sometimes we have to somehow dispel them through repetition. Myself, I grew up many times, was told things that I could not comprehend at the time, and many years later, somehow it came back, and I thought, oh, so that's what that is. So it's good to just to be reminded and to be redirected to somehow to where to put your attention, because it's jumping about all over the place, and just to bring your attention back to yourself and to experience the harmony of that. So like this. And to be in the energy field also of satsang is very good, because it soaks out many of these irritations. They go.
Thank you.
Very good. So you will stay also? You will stay? No. I mean, you will stay
here? Yes, I was going to stay here for a couple of hours and just talk in between.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean, you because sometimes people say, "Oh yeah, I got it," and then they go. So
I like the energy. I feel it in my heart when I sit there. So I'm definitely going to come as much as I can. If I can, I'll find you somewhere and hang out with you. I saw you once in Laxmanjula, but we were going to sing then. And so I just stayed stuck with my previous plans in my mind.
Yeah, better not to hold on to any plans.
Better to let everything be, exactly. If I was to be taken away to wherever, prison today, that's what would have to be, right? So just face everything and just keep the awareness just inside and not get attached to them. These little desires that want to throw themselves away from you and anchor you down.
Very good.
So I'm going to try and practice that. So
okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.